Have you ever grown a tomato so delicious, a pepper so perfect, or a squash so prolific that you wished you could grow the exact same thing again next year? What if I told you that you have the power to do just that? It's easier than you think and can save you a ton of money. So stay with me, because you'll want to take notes. Welcome to the Don't Do This Guide, where we show you how to avoid common gardening mistakes and grow the garden of your dreams. If you love growing your own food, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on more tips like this. This simple act of saving seeds connects us to a cycle as old as agriculture itself, a quiet rebellion against the disposable nature of modern life. The promise held within a single tiny seed is one of nature's greatest marvels. It's a complete blueprint for life, waiting patiently for the right conditions to burst forth. When you save seeds from your own garden, you are not just preserving a plant, you are capturing a moment in time. You are selecting for traits that flourished in your specific soil, under your specific sky, and with your specific care. It's a deeply personal form of cultivation, moving beyond simply growing food to actively curating the future of your garden. You become a partner with nature, guiding the evolution of your plants year after year. This process is far more than a practical chore. It is an act of deep connection. It forces you to observe your plants with a new level of intimacy. You begin to notice the subtle differences between one tomato plant and another, the way one bean vine resists disease while its neighbor struggles, or the flower that holds its color longer than the rest. This heightened awareness is the very heart of good gardening. It transforms the garden from a place of production into a living laboratory, a space for learning, experimentation, and quiet wonder. The reward is not just a harvest, but a profound understanding of the life that you nurture. So let us embark on this journey together. We will demystify the process, breaking it down into simple, manageable steps. Forget any intimidating scientific jargon or complicated procedures you may have heard about. Seed saving is a skill that belongs to everyone, from the balcony gardener with a few pots to the homesteader with sprawling acres. It is your birthright as a grower. By the end of our time together, you will have the confidence and the knowledge to select, harvest, and store the genetic legacy of your favorite plants, ensuring that the best of this year's garden will return to greet you next spring. At its most fundamental level, saving seeds is about continuity. It is the simple, beautiful act of keeping a plant you love alive in your garden, a cherished guest that returns year after year. When you find a variety with the perfect balance of sweetness and acidity, a squash that stores well through the winter, or a flower with an intoxicating scent, you want to preserve that specific magic. Top pick, tomatoes. Tomato flowers make cross-pollination rare, so you can grow different varieties nearby. Next up, peppers. Sweet peppers, hot peppers. Like tomatoes, peppers are largely self-pollinating. Let peppers ripen to full color on the plant, red, orange, yellow, then harvest seeds that are fully developed. Tomatoes and peppers are perfect starting points. Legumes, beans, peas. They self-pollinate and harvest is straightforward. Let pods dry and turn brittle on the vine. When pods are crisp and rattle, the seeds are ready. Lettuce is similarly easy. Let one or two plants bolt, send up a flower stalk, and you'll get fluffy seed plumes. Grow one lettuce variety and seeds will be true to type. Don't forget flowers and herbs. Annuals like marigolds, zinnias, cosmos are simple to seed save. Deadhead dried flower heads and shake or crumble out the seeds. Self-seeding herbs, basil, dill, cilantro are generous seed producers. Let a few plants flower and go to seed at season's end to stock next year's kitchen garden. Let us begin with the jewels of the summer garden, tomatoes. Harvesting their seeds involves a special but simple process called fermentation. First, you must select your specimen. Choose a tomato from your healthiest, most vigorous plant, one that exemplifies all the qualities you wish to replicate. Perfect flavor, ideal size, disease-free foliage. The fruit should be fully, even slightly over-ripened on the vine. Slice it in half across its equator, revealing the seed-filled cavities within. Using a small spoon or your fingers, scoop the seeds and gelatinous pulp into a small glass jar or a cup. Do not worry about being neat. This gel is what we need to address. This gel sac contains germination inhibitors. Fermentation breaks down this coating. Add a small amount of water to create a soupy consistency. Label the jar with variety and date. Set the jar in a warm place, out of direct sunlight, for 2 to 4 days. A light layer of mold may form on the surface. This is normal. Give the jar a gentle swirl once a day. After a few days, viable seeds sink to the bottom. The pulp floats. The mold floats. Any undeveloped seeds float. This is your cue the process is complete. Carefully pour off the water, mold, and floating debris. Add fresh water, swirl and pour again until the water runs clear and only heavy seeds remain. Pour seeds into a fine mesh strainer and rinse under cool running water. Spread seeds in a single layer on a ceramic plate or a piece of glass to dry. Harvesting seeds from legumes like beans and peas is a lesson in patience and observation. Unlike with tomatoes, where we seek a ripe, fleshy fruit, here we are waiting for the plant to complete its life cycle naturally. The key is to leave the pods on the plant for as long as possible. You must resist the temptation to pick them when they are green and tender for eating. Instead, watch as they swell, then gradually lose their vibrant color, turning yellow and eventually a brittle, papery brown. Your signal for harvest is when the pods are completely dry and you can hear the seeds rattling inside when you gently shake the vine. Once the pods have reached this stage, choose a dry, sunny day for the harvest. Wet pods can lead to moldy seeds, so timing is important. Pick the individual pods from the plants, or if the entire plant is finished, pull up the whole plant and hang it upside down in a sheltered, airy location like a garage or shed to finish drying. This method is particularly useful if a period of wet weather is forecast, and you need to get the pods out of the damp. Giving them an extra week or two to hang ensures that every last bit of moisture has evaporated from both the pods and the seeds within. The next stage is shelling or threshing the seeds. This can be a wonderfully meditative task. For a small quantity, you can simply sit and split the crisp pods open with your thumbs, letting the hard, dry seeds fall into a bowl. For a larger harvest, you can place the pods in a sturdy cloth bag or a pillowcase and gently tread on it or whack it against a hard surface. This action shatters the brittle pods, releasing the seeds inside. It's a satisfyingly rustic process that connects you to generations of gardeners who have used similar methods for centuries. After shelling, you will have a mixture of seeds and chaff, the broken pieces of pod, and other plant debris. The final step is to clean or winnow your seeds. For a small batch, you can simply pick through them by hand, removing any debris or damaged seeds. For a larger amount, you can pour the seeds from one container to another in front of a gentle fan, or on a breezy day. The heavier seeds will fall straight down into the receiving container while the lighter chaff will be blown away. The result is a clean, beautiful collection of seeds, ready for storage and the promise of next year's garden. Once your seeds have been harvested and separated from their pods or fermented pulp, the next critical phase is ensuring they are impeccably clean and, most importantly, completely dry. Moisture is the #1 enemy of stored seeds. Even a small amount of residual dampness can lead to the development of mold or cause the seeds to rot in storage. Thorough drying is the single most important factor in determining how long your seeds will remain viable. Proper storage is the final crucial step to protect your investment of time and effort. The primary goals of seed storage are to keep your seeds in a state of suspended animation. The 3 main enemies you must guard against are heat, light, moisture. The ideal storage environment, therefore, is cool, dark, dry. A germination test is simple to conduct. Count out a specific number of seeds. 10 is a good number. Place them on one half of a damp paper towel. Fold the other half of the towel over the seeds. Slide the folded towel into a sealable plastic bag. Label the bag with the seed variety and the date. Place the bag in a consistently warm spot, top of the refrigerator or near a heat vent. After a few days, begin checking for sprouts. After the typical germination period, open the towel and count the sprouts. 7 out of 10 sprouted equal signs 70% germination. Embrace failure as part of the learning process. Sometimes seeds fail despite your best efforts. Every attempt teaches you something valuable. This knowledge makes you a better gardener and seed saver. This practice connects you to your plants and helps you cultivate a garden that's uniquely yours. If this helped, please give it a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments what seeds you're excited to save. And don't forget to subscribe for more gardening tips. Happy planting!